longer, prepare quick, nutritious meals, help your children learn how to eat healthier snacks, and much more. Our program is committed to helping people like you improve your health through providing research-based nutrition education in a friendly, cost-free, and relaxed environment. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us on the Cindy Cochran Show. And I hope you all saw that very dramatic invitation to be sure and be on the show today with the question, because we do on Tuesdays, we do Ask Me Anything, but we usually start talking and never anybody else gets a word in edgewise. But if you have a question, and y'all were all so sweet in your response, so and I told you, you can't embarrass. Well, you can't embarrass Richard, but you could embarrass me. No, it's just anything. You could ask questions about anything, what's going on in the world today, or what you might know. You might know someone that is really interesting, and would you think that person should be on your show, Cindy, and talk about what they're doing. That's great. Let me know. Now, and I reached out to most of the people from Milby responded, and you guys are so sweet. Y'all have carried me through all of the hard times and what has happened, and I'll get sick or something happens. I have surgery, or so many things this last year have gone crazy. And but you're always there, and you're great prayer warriors. So thank you very much. But if y'all do have any questions, be sure and write them down. And Andrew, if you're watching, why haven't you been asking questions? I don't understand that, because he's like the most loyal loyal listener.
You gotta go to YouTube and comment.
Well, are you watching? If anybody, does a question,
I'm there.
It's on YouTube?
Yeah.
I thought it was Lone Star Community Radio they had to go to put a comment in or a question.
Yeah.
YouTube? Oh, great. Now, see, I told him. Okay, so you can go to YouTube and comment on the Cindy Cochran Show. The show page, you mean? What do you?
Don't worry about it, Cindy. I told people just go to Lone Star Community Radio's YouTube channel. We're live right now.
Yeah.
And they can put a comment in.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, okay. Anyway, Richard, we have a guest coming tomorrow, and they're having a fundraiser as well, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I sent it to you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And so if they're having a fundraiser, and then we are going to be judging at a fundraiser for the 618 post in Willis.
Okay.
Is that right?
I mean, I don't know if you're trying to do a quiz or something.
Well, I'm going to ask you.
You can ask these questions off the air. You don't have to do it live on the air, because it's okay to forget things, Cindy.
No, I'm trying to make sure that we keep promoting the fact that we're going to be there.
Yeah, that's next week we're going to promote it, because this week we're talking about our guest tomorrow, which is Cynthia Nixon with the VFW Post 4709, which is down the street from here. Mm-hmm. And they're having an event on November 3rd, but we're going to be talking about that event tomorrow.
They're having an event that's right down the street from me. What do you mean?
That's where the VFW post is. It's down the street from the station.
Oh, from the station?
Yeah.
Not okay. I thought
not from where you live in the. I mean,
So
I mean, I sent you all this stuff, Cindy. I don't know what to tell
oh,
you.
please. You didn't
don't
send
know
me
what
anything
to-
on our other guest.
Yeah, I did. I texted you. I go, here you go.
That day, you said, this is
Yeah.
who they are. And they came in. It was so cute. They came in with all those questions and
They're
everything.
celebrating
written out.
Veterans Day at a resource fair. It's a resource fair
For November 11th.
for November 3rd.
I thought November 11th was Veterans Day.
It could be, but there's events on the 3rd.
Okay.
I
well,
mean, I don't know
that's
what
fine.
I knew this was going to happen.
That's fine.
I already knew this was going to happen.
Do you know when my birthday is?
No, I'm waiting for you to text me about this movie that we haven't really scheduled yet. And you're going to call me like, I'm at the movie theater.
You said Sunday. I said Sunday. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Sunday afternoon after church.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock in the morning?
That's the afternoon. It's brunch time, so it's
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'll see you
Church
there.
isn't over until
I'll
like
see you
1
there.
o'clock.
I'll see you
Okay.
there.
See, now that we could talk about after.
Yeah.
But anyway, shoot. What was I
Well,
asking you?
I don't know. I don't know what you're asking me.
It was so important.
But you know what I loved? We were having that great conversation about ice yesterday. And I saw this video of Dean Cain, the actor on Superman from the TV series.
Yeah.
And they were, it's so bizarre. I felt like I was in Bizarro World. It was him doing the ice training course. Like the PT course, the workout course.
he was doing.
He was
He was leading the training.
no, he wasn't leading the training. He was doing the training, like what they.
Like what they go through.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They didn't include any in the training of taking kids, though. They didn't do any. How do you grab a 6-year-old?
They poor ice.
I like it. No, I mean, it's part of. It's okay to talk bad about the government.
And finally, I was wondering when this was going to happen that they play Ice Baby.
I know. Well,
Oh, they got that
yeah.
going again.
it's great. No, I wanted to. I should have sent it to you because when I saw it, I was like, "Why are they even promoting this? This is so bizarre."
Well, he did a lot of stuff on Fox. Was it Fox that you were watching?
It was probably a clip on Fox. I just saw a clip, and they're like,
Yeah.
look at Dean Cain,"
Right.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Why is Dean Cain?"
He's still so cute, but
Well, it reminds me of that Steven Seagal stint he did as a sheriff in Louisiana. And like that was probably that's a surreal moment watching that show. If no one's seen that show, you got to watch that show. Cuz his accent changes all the time. And like
because he's from the Bronx, it seems
or
like,
so-
and he's
well,
always
I
talking.
know, but
like-
he's trying to talk like Creole and stuff. And what's great about it is you can tell they're like, "Hey, you're only on the sheriff's department as like a publicity thing, right?"
Mhm.
But when every confrontation or stop, he wants to be in control. He wants to be the one that talks.
Yeah.
And so, can you imagine getting pulled over by Steven Seagal? And you're like, what is going on? And then I think like one time, if I remember correctly, because this show, my brother loved it. My brother's a sheriff,
Uh-huh.
and he loves that crap. And we're watching it, and he's like, you know how they do reality shows? They always try to like put up the volume a little bit. It's like we got to create the scenario. He's
Yeah.
like, we got to get the tank down here, and and he's the only one that's serious about it. He's like, we need to get the tank.
I know what you're talking about. That
And-
was the most uncomfortable thing to watch.
It's great. It's great.
Oh,
And that exists.
Richard.
And now
ugh.
now he's in Russia, so maybe Dean Cain will be in Russia pretty soon.
Oh my, that was. I felt so bad because I like Steven Seagal.
Well, I mean,
movies.
his movies are awesome, but it's just one of those things. You're like, that's a real. Like they're trying to make he thinks he's a real sheriff, and he might have been. He might have been one of those honorary, because they
Yeah.
have those. And then like I go, I don't think he has any authority though. Like if do they put his name down on the arrest? Like does he have to go to court? You know?
That poor little kid that had the cancer and overcame the cancer and all.
Yeah.
And we were going to have him on the show. I never heard back from
Yeah.
Deanie. But anyway, so he has been through so many cities where he's been given the police
Yeah.
stuff and they take him on rides and all that stuff. And he stands up there and he's going to be so messed up because when somebody doesn't do what he says, and it's going to be.
Well,
I feel so bad for him, but he's so cute. He's so cute, and
I'm pretty sure their parents have a good head on their shoulders, and they're raising him. They're like, hey, eventually they're going to have to say, like, you're not a real police officer.
Right.
But I don't think he's going around arresting people at 7 years old.
No, but he talks like he doesn't talk like he's 7 years old. He talks like he's about 35 years old. That's what is so interesting. It's like, and his dad is like there with him all the time, and stays with him.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. Like, was his growth was stunted, or
I don't know
he
too
was
much
so-
about
so
the story.
little.
I just know
he
had
went through
cancer and he likes police.
and he got through it. And he was supposed to have died, like when he was.
Well, everyone dies.
I know. Thank you, Richard. Let me write that down. And you have such great thoughts that you come out with, and they're so deep.
Yeah. I'm a deep guy.
Why are you holding the mic like that?
Well, because I'm over here doing stuff, and this is how I get comfortable, where I don't have to keep leaning forward.
Would you like me just to go ahead and talk to the audience, and you just?
Well, you can keep talking to me.
I tell them stories that you've heard like 3 or 4 times or 5, and I love. Don't you love when I say, "Now, if I told you this before, stop me." And I've had older people do that all the time to younger people because they probably have told the story before, and the kids will say, I say, what happened one day? And I'll start telling them the story, and they go, you've already told me that story. I went, oh, okay, yeah, but
it happens all the time.
But did you remember whenever I said this? And they went, yes, Grandma, we remember stuff. You don't. We remember.
Yeah.
I said, but sometimes I think y'all say, I told y'all the story because you don't think I'll remember that I didn't tell you that story yet. So, because kids couldn't be cruel.
Well, if someone I figured out if someone says that to me, like we already know this, because it happens occasionally, then what I try to do, I'll remember that I told that story, and I'll tell a completely fabricated story. And just make it exceptional.
And make
I
it
was
more
kidding.
exciting.
I don't do that, but yeah, it is one of those things. I get it, but if anything, you should respond. That means I love you, right? Because I'm just trying to share what's important to me with people I love.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it should be. That's how it should be thought of, and that they should laugh, and anyway, or go, oh, really? Oh my goodness! But
I think when it becomes a problem is when it's not necessarily the story; it's more of the conversation you're having, and it's about like, oh, you forgot to do this. This reminds me of a time that this other person forgot to do this. And like, you don't have to remind me of my failures.
My dad said,
you don't have to do that.
What aggravates, my dad said, what aggravates me about my mom, my grandmother, that she will start telling me something, and I have no idea who these people are. It's people that she worked with when she was at Sears.
Oh, that happens all the time.
This happened, and it just drives me crazy because I have to sit there and listen to it. And he was the best son. He did everything for his mom, and but she just, she wants to tell me everything that happens to them, and I don't know anything about them. It's not that I don't care. I mean, I care, but I care that they made her happy. That's great. Or I care that someone made her sad. I care about that. But to find out what they were having for dinner that night, or they bought a new dog or something like that.
And what's great is when they get mad at you for not remembering. Oh, I told you about Sharon.
Are you? Oh, yes, okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They you're like, who the hell is Sharon? Like, I've told you all these stories. This is my coworker that I've been working with for 30 years.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
But for years, she worked at Sears, and he would, when he got off work, he worked at Hughes Tool, and when he got off work, he would come and bring her a hamburger every like every day.
Trying to fatten her up.
No, he was just so sweet, like really a good son. And so, I tell Chad that, but Chad would do stuff like, Mom, maybe we need to, don't you want to go look at some homes? Because there's homes that you just might really love because all the activities.
Thrive.
What?
You'll thrive at.
At a home?
I mean, my grandmother thrived. Or she does what my grandmother does best, is just make the best of whatever's going on.
Right.
Or she did. She's dead.
Mm-hmm.
She did.
I know.
But then again, I don't know that I always enjoy those scenarios where families get so tired, like, what do I do with this? What do I do with this woman? Oh, we got to go look at a home now? Why would you need to look at a home?
Well, Chad's been telling me that for like the last 10 years, so it's not anything new. But I said, Chad, you're not going to put me in a home. He says, well, then you're going to have to come live with us, I guess. And because I'm not going to help you, support you you can't live by yourself. And I went, why? Why couldn't I live by myself right now, this minute, today? Maybe not tomorrow, but maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's you get the best of both worlds, where when you live in a home, people automatically think it's like a hospice care. But there's homes out there where it's like a neighborhood, and you have your own apartment, and then someone just checks on you, or has the ability to check on you.
Right.
I mean, that's what my grandmother did. She lived alone in her little apartment.
She did. Oh, she looks like. I mean, she acts and all that just like someone who could do that. Because she was so cute. Have you tried to replace her with me?
No.
You haven't?
No.
You don't think we acted alike?
No. No, she understood that, we don't have to talk all the time. Well, that was my favorite thing about her, was when we would make, I guess you call them like play dates or whatever, it was short and sweet. When you coming? All right. This Sunday at 11? All right. Well, I'll talk about anything you want to talk about then. I'll see you later. Bye.
Oh, how cute.
And it was like I knew calling her would be the easiest phone call. And
yeah. So she wasn't going to hook you into a conversation.
Because we would have those conversations when I would see her in person.
That's awesome. I know you were a good grandson.
Yeah.
And when she came over to the studio one time, I sat there and talked to her.
To see it.
She was so cute. I loved talking to her.
Yeah.
Finally, somebody around that was my age, near my age. So.
Well, she was nowhere near your age. I think she got 20 years on you. So.
You thought I was 20 years younger?
No, I think she's 20 years older than you.
20 years older?
Yeah.
Finally, somebody that's older than me?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Everyone ages differently, though.
Yeah.
When was your downhill moment? My downhill moment was probably at 30, I think. That's when I was like, you know what? I'll just accept it for whatever's happening. That's my favorite thing. Like right now, my biggest complaint in life is my wrist hurts.
Your wrist hurts?
Yeah, I don't know what I did to it. I think it was just bowling, and now it just hurts.
Well, of course it's
and
probably
bowling.
It
sucks because I want to bowl, and I'm like, this sucks.
Do you wear...
I wear a wrist guard, but
you
I don't.
do?
I mean, I'm thinking about doing PEDs, taking steroids. I think I'm like, that's the only way I can get through this. I'll get jacked up.
Well, just get it. Just get a shot.
I don't want to live. I'm not going to live that life. I refuse.
No, it won't. It won't come back. It's because it's the first time it's happened, and you probably did it over doing it with bowling, and so
like today it's not
reduce.
that bad. Like I'm gonna bowl tonight. It's not bad at all.
Oh, so you're gonna go ahead and aggravate it?
Oh yeah.
But why don't you? If you take a shot, it'll just reduce that inflammation, and then you can use your hand and not.
No, I think the
it.
idea of doing like steroids in the butt would be great. You do the shots in the butt.
You'd rather
like the bodybuilder stuff.
Okay. I wonder, there's different steroids, right?
I don't know anything. I'm just kidding. Like the word steroids is always like everyone goes to that
right
bodybuilder idea. Like no, there's other steroids.
Yeah, that's true. Like that, and when guys do that, and they're on steroids, and you know that they are so ugly. It is not a beautiful body. That's
To you,
a lumpy body.
to you,
You ask most women.
my buddies who have done steroids, their body looks like a Greek god.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. But the ones that overdo the steroids and stuff.
Yeah, but it's a body image thing. People see themselves differently than they actually appear to other people.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always questionable things I always look at, especially in the fashion world. I'm like, what? Like, what's going on with that? But I'm more of a function over fashion kind of guy.
But would you go out with a girl that was a bodybuilder
Well, like,
and was
well, like
all
for
pumped
example,
up?
I mean, it just depends on the personality.
Okay.
I'm a personality guy. It's about counts what's in the inside, Cindy.
I'm gonna
No, like
throw
one of
up.
the things I always laugh about is like for guys is like when you see a dude wearing a fanny pack, because fanny packs are great, right? You know, it's like a purse for a dude. But for some reason, out of like there's like an 80% chance that they wear a fanny pack, they wear jean shorts. And I never fully understood that. And it's like that's their fashion thing. Yeah, I don't know if you ever noticed that when because
No.
you don't really see a lot of guys wear fanny packs. There's that,
Yeah.
but when
yeah.
they're wearing a fanny pack, there's a good chance they're wearing jean shorts. And I don't know how anyone
what is
I don't know how
jean shorts?
anyone can wear jean shorts.
How short are they?
Well, they're shorts,
To the
but they're
knee?
made out of jeans.
Well, what difference if it's at the knee now? If it's up at the
Well, if
thigh.
you're talking about cutoffs, maybe I'm just talking about jean shorts, like because the fabric of jeans is hot. So the idea of wearing shorts is so because it's hot and you want to wear shorts.
but all
But
the
wearing jean shorts, like you can't, like why?
but I mean
Because they're hot.
all the jeans now. Somebody puts on jeans and they immediately rip them all up.
Well, some people do, but I'm just saying, like I want someone to explain that to me because I never understood that.
Well, reach out to Andrew and see.
Does
if he-
Andrew wear jean shorts? I
No,
don't know.
You're
But
Andrew.
no, I always wondered. I was like, man, because most time when I'm wearing shorts is because I'm doing something active. Like I have the opportunity. That means I'm moving around and walking a lot. But I feel like if I wore jean shorts, I'd be sweating
Why?
because the fabric.
Yeah, but you said if I'm wearing jeans, long jeans, and I'm moving around and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's not
That's
comfortable
okay.
after a while. Like when I'm doing the yard, like today, it's like 90 degrees. I'll be wearing jeans if I know there's going to be snakes in the area.
Mm-hmm.
You know how
Yeah.
uncomfortable it is to work outside in jeans? It sucks, but it's like there's a function to it.
I understand that.
But wearing just jean shorts just to wear jean shorts, I don't get because like,
Yeah.
you don't get any of the functionality of jeans, and
Poor-
you sweat. I don't get it.
Cindy's boyfriend is he goes out and works on properties and
Yeah.
and
Did you wear jean shorts while he's doing that?
and he started getting chiggers. He'd never had chiggers.
Oh, those are those. Have you seen my feet?
Why?
Because I got chiggers one weekend, and they didn't quit. And
You're
so
scarred?
I have
It scarred
oh
your
yeah, it looks awesome. It looks like
Oh no!
yeah, it's crazy looking. It's all. I mean, I kind of like it, but
You keep socks on. No, but I told him, I said, you've got to get Clorox and put a cup of Clorox in some water and
Yeah.
put your feet in there. And he goes, Clorox? No, you can't. I said, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that would help you. And he said, yeah, but I just take showers. What do you do to that? And I said, you get a spray, and then you spray the Clorox, where
there's
where
different treatments for it. I mean, just look online. Trust all of them.
they're all wives' tales,
Yeah, especially the Clorox one.
No.
I imagine that works, but I imagine that's not like very good for you. So you don't just soak it in there for an hour. You just
Well-
probably soak it for 5 minutes and then immediately
to
wash
kill
it.
'em.
Yeah, just
Kill
to
'em.
kill them.
But remember when Connor Halstead came in? We were going like, "What's that smell?" And Connor's going, "Can y'all smell something? Can y'all smell that?" And he said, "Yeah. Well, my dog got
Skunked or something like
got
that.
friendly with a skunk and came
That's the
in,
best.
and it was just a. So I don't know. I washed him and all that stuff. I said, yeah, but it's on you though now. and you're carrying the smell around.
Oh yeah, it happens.
And he
all,
says, well,
all
how
the
can I
time.
get this off me? I said, it's tomato sauce that you got to do. And he goes, tomato sauce? What?
Yeah, that's old school.
I said, no. I'm telling you, some of these wives' tales, there must be like a book of compilation of wives' tales
Yeah.
that you can, like, how do you get, okay, let me ask you this, because I went to sleep the other night, and I was chewing gum, and I went to sleep, and so I woke up, and my arm was stuck to the sheet, and I'm trying to get what is that?
Yeah.
And I pulled it, and it had fallen out of my mouth.
That's
It
pretty
got
serious, Cindy. That you.
It fallen out of my mouth. And so I thought, well, now, how do you get gum off of a sheet? And it's just, because I thought about icing it. If you ice something,
Yeah.
ice it, it'll crack it, and you brush it off. And it didn't work. So I guess I'm going to have to take it to the laundry mat and have them. What would they do?
I don't know.
You don't have any clues about that?
No, I don't. I mean, I can look it up, but so can you.
Yes, but you're so much better at.
Yeah,
at
but
looking
I'm
up
trying not
stuff.
to enable you. I made that decision a while back with you in our relationship.
I know.
I go, I can never enable Cindy because everyone enables her around her.
Oh, that's a
So I got to be that one person that's
Bunch
just got to. I got to be
of baloney.
stern, and I got.
I kept saying, because he said, I'm going to start a class for senior citizens like yourself, and have
I think that
people
would be a
come in
great
for
class.
a computer and all. I think it would be too.
Yeah.
I agree.
I bet the library offers different things like that. I mean, I've seen the local library here do, especially like emails and stuff. Like they'll teach you how email works,
Yeah.
but
Well,
maybe they'll teach you how Google works, Cindy.
I just, you know what? I've got.
I mean, you even have a smartphone where you can just talk to Siri all day.
I can't. I'm starting to like my Siri guy.
Yeah, I know.
I did not like him.
I have another host who talks about Chat GBT as if
Yeah.
they're a person.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, oh, I got to ask Chat about that. I'm like, who the hell is Chat? That's how they. Yeah,
Really?
it's like I gotta run it by Chat. I'm like, run it by Chat, like.
Well, I don't know who changed the voice. I liked this girl that was on there was really good. She was real,
I
real
forgot.
patient.
I forgot you can. What voice would I choose?
But he's got his English
Yeah.
accent,
I don't know
and
who,
I don't
no,
like.
I know who I
so-
choose. I choose the woman from Star Trek who plays her. She used to be married to Gene Roddenberry, the guy who created it, and she's the voice of the ship. So any episode you watch, and the ship, tells them what deck they're going to or whatever. Or
And it's her voice.
and it's her voice. So I like that. That would be a very comforting voice.
Yeah, well, this guy is. He sounded condescending to me.
Yeah. Oh,
And I took it personally. And so when one time I kept trying to get him to tell me, don't put it on the screen. I can't read the screen and drive at the same time. So could you tell me how to get to this place? And remember a long time ago, you never did it, but that lady would always say,
turn left.
and next,
Yeah.
in the next 300 feet, you're going to turn left.
It's probably a
so-
button that you press and it deactivate it. You can reactivate it.
Well, anyway, so he's he just keeps saying the same thing. He's not telling me anything. He's just saying yes, huh, what,
Yeah.
like that. And I go, I want you to talk me with the directions and talk me to the place, please. And he wouldn't do it. I mean, he never did it. And so all of a sudden I'm going like, how do I? And I started the screen down, and there's a green go, and I went, okay, I'll try that. And I pushed go, and he goes, okay, in 500 yards, you need to do it. I was like, why didn't you tell me that before? You are so aggravating. I just can't stand you. But thanks for getting me here. And he goes, my pleasure. And I thought, can he hear what I'm saying? Or whoever is doing this, can they hear? Because I thought it was okay, like if you wanted to cuss out an AI thing because it's not. God doesn't want you cussing out human beings.
Oh,
other
that's
human
right.
beings.
You're a detail cusser. It depends on if they're real or not.
No, like my computer. I think I asked the preacher one time. I said, "Is it okay? Can you cuss out a non?
That's one thing I would love to be a preacher, just for those conversations with people. I would love it. Be like, can I do this? Probably not. The Bible's pretty old. There probably is something in there that says you can't do pretty much anything.
Right. Does it make you happy?
Does it make you feel good? Probably can't do it.
Okay.
Probably
yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah, we got to check that out. Do research on that because no, but there's a lot of things that in the 50s being brought up in a church that's very conservative, and with things that they said you couldn't do. No,
It's
no
pretty
mixed
awesome.
bathing.
Isn't that awesome?
No mixed bathing.
When I went to ACU, they had that rule for the first couple of years, and I didn't understand because they used the word mixed bathing,
Yeah, that
and I was like,
I'm not taking all my clothes off.
I'm
and
like,
getting
what
in
is
there.
going on with that?
Yeah.
And then, but then when I realized what it was they were trying to say, I was like,
The
all
boys
right,
and girls swim together.
yeah, I always loved that. There's certain rules that was
That,
pretty awesome,
and what's so funny is we couldn't dance.
and we couldn't drink alcohol even past
Or
21.
no alcohol.
Even if you're over the age of 21, you couldn't do it.
No. And
And then they changed the rule the year I left.
but here's
Can you
the
believe
thing.
that?
I had to tell my mom when I had been married in a long time. I said, I want to tell you something about that rule about no dancing.
Yeah.
And I'd go to parties, and I'm not going to get up and dance. I don't dance, So I'd sit on the couch and make out with the boy. And she goes, "You what?" And I said, "Well, I couldn't dance."
Yeah,
It
but
was-
see, the dancing one's kind of similar to that that advice, like nothing good happens after midnight. I
Yeah.
mean, it's true.
Yeah.
Like dancing does lead to things, but
right,
so does 1,000 other things.
right.
Like watching dancing can still lead to it, and then it's like,
Well, it was, so nobody ever made fun of me because I
you
wouldn't
could
dance.
say like, oh, you can't hang out at a construction site because you're gonna watch all these men lift heavy things.
Yeah, no.
So,
Just if they start whistling at you and stuff, you must move on.
what I mean, I can see girls being attracted to dudes sweating and lifting up boulders. I mean, it's old school caveman stuff.
Real men. Real
Well,
men.
see, yeah, you even call them real men.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because like Sam was a man's man, but I always hung out with people that and who I went around with and even dated were people that you better hope nobody wants to start a fight or wants to do anything because they don't do that stuff.
Because you instigate a lot of it, don't you?
No, because mostly, I hung out with a lot of musicians, and that's what, they didn't like to fight. They smoked a lot of grass, and it was so funny how they're like, it's so weird. Why do all musicians smell alike? I asked this guy, and he goes, smell alike? What are you talking about? I said, the smell. I come in the studio, and y'all, there's a smell
It's
there.
that-
They
so
said,
did you tell them about your tomato sauce recipe to rub?
I'm gonna,
Well, I always
said-
got entertained too by musicians. That's because most of the time musicians smoking marijuana, right?
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why do people advocate for smoking marijuana to relieve stress? But the people who do it the most don't seem to live a stressful life.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on with that one? Like, 'cause I can understand it if you're like a hedge fund manager or like a gambler or something that's like naturally like that's stressful. Like, even though gambling's probably bad, but it's still got to be somewhat stressful to be like, oh, I got to bet $1 million. I'm gonna lose him. I could lose $1 million. See, I could totally see that guy smoking marijuana after gambling or being like a firefighter or a police officer. Totally would understand it. But you got
Right.
this guy in a rock and roll band. It's like I gotta smoke a doobie.
well, because they gotta go out in front of the audience and be cool. I think it's the nerves. I think they
Think so?
well, I think that's normally what would happen. But it's just like I told you, and I hate to bring up his name, J.C. Johnny Carson. I just realized.
Oh my god! Yeah, here we go. You think
Johnny Carson show.
he was smoking doobies before?
No, but his guest and he made a rule. They had to follow
Oh,
this
yeah.
rule. Nobody can drink or, smoke, do drugs, and come on the show, or you won't ever come back again. And
That's a good rule to have. We should have that rule on here.
yeah, why is that? Why is that,
I'm
Richard?
just making sure everyone's taking their medication. We'll do the opposite. We got to require you to do your medication before you come on.
Yeah, get medicated. No, but I don't know how. What kills me is how do people function? They have to do something like play
Practice.
an instrument and
It's
all
practice,
that stuff,
I guess. Tolerance and practice, it builds up.
and then they smoke stuff
I don't
or
know.
takes.
I don't know. I mean,
Drugs.
everyone's different, though. It affects everyone differently.
Well,
Like any medication or any type of altering drug or whatever, it affects everyone differently.
yeah, but in the '60s it was just so strange because everybody was doing stuff, and they would try and hide it.
Yeah, I always wondered in the 60s when they talk about the peace love movement, I always wondered if everyone was just really bored because they didn't have cell phones or anything to occupy their time with. So it's like, let's just do a bunch of drugs because, like, there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Because, like, what did people do back then besides read? And not everyone likes reading.
No,
And TV was kind of, like, there, but...
in the '60s,
Yeah.
what they do for fun?
Yeah, what did people do for fun?
They had parties.
Well, I'm saying
And-
they were bored. It was like everyone was just bored. Let's just drop a bunch of acid, and that made it more entertaining.
No, they had parties, and then they would do these outrageous drugs because it would make them feel like they've been transported to some other
Yeah, and that's
system.
fun, but not all the time.
No, but then you come down, and then they have to
Yeah.
live with that. So that's right. I mean, you'd think that they'd learn from that. Like, okay, I did that, and that was fine, but it didn't stay. It didn't last
Yeah.
long enough to keep me happy.
Because, like, that's what remember I told you about the movie Inception?
Yeah.
So, like, I can totally see myself being addicted to that. Like, to automatically go into the dream state. Like, dreaming is the coolest ever.
Right.
So I was like, that'd be all for that.
Well, what would you... I mean, how would you use that in your life?
Oh, I'd just be in a dream all the time. I'd be like, screw this.
You just stay inside
I'd
the
just
dream?
Just stay inside the dream. Because I remember watching that movie and how, because it was a fun movie, right? But I was sitting there going, if this concept was real, do you know how many people would be addicted to this?
Oh, well, I mean, look at the kids and the games, and they stay in their room all the time.
But yeah, because they kind of showed that in the movie where there were some like opium dens kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, no, is this like a rich person's drug or? Because in the movie they use it to to do Inception, to steal secrets or whatever. But I was like, if this was available to the public, this would be just like, hey, I'm gonna go dream this weekend. That's. I didn't really understand that. I was like, everyone would be doing that.
Right.
So,
See, if someone could control that, if someone had a way to control this, the brain and what the brain, how the brain would react.
well, that's why I liked
to
the
that.
morphine. Morphine was fantastic
Yeah.
because you could just go to sleep immediately. You're just like, boop, going to sleep.
Morphine is.
But yeah, I mean,
I can see why people get hooked on
yeah,
morphine.
I can totally see it too.
Because just hurry, give me the, and when that button, the button thing was the funniest because you could be in such pain, and to try and do that button, it seemed like it was so hard to push that button down, but it was like, let's go, because I don't want to feel this pain.
Yeah, just don't get hurt.
I try not to.
You're funny.
Okay, but
no, yeah, I always laugh about that with musicians. I'm like, what's going on with you, dude? Like, you got to be high all the time? Tell me about it.
that's what. And when I would go to parties, and I didn't do anything, but I promise you that smoke was so.
Yeah, I mean, that might be happening. I don't know.
That secondhand smoke.
Yeah, I don't know if that.
And that you could start feeling
Yeah, it could be.
Happier than everybody else is. No, but that's what when I go to the parties where everybody was drinking, and it was so funny by feeling like I'm getting drunk by osmosis and being starting to slur my words or something. That's just that's crazy, absolutely crazy.
You don't have that excuse now.
No excuse. But you know what? This is what's so bad. I never drank, but I walk like I'm drunk. I mean,
I
if
believe
people
it.
would.
We've talked about seeing you in public. It's kind of wild.
You have not. You have.
Yeah.
Who talked?
I talked to you about it.
Oh, about. Okay. Well,
That's why I always say you just sit right there. I'll take care of it. You don't have to get up.
please don't get up.
And it's not because I'm
Please
worried
don't
about
get
you.
up
I'm
more.
like, I just don't want I don't want anyone to see me with this woman. She's just falling over, and I'm like,
Not only is she older than
my
me,
sugar mama.
not only is she older, but she's drunk all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, when she sobers up and finds out that this guy's like 20 years younger than she is, it's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
It's what a horrible story. That would be bad. But just tell him that I'm your sugar
I
grandma.
already got what I wanted to be called. I'm going to introduce myself as your service animal.
There you go.
I'll probably wear a vest. Like I'm her service animal. I gotta make sure she's okay.
I am suffering from PSTD,
Yeah.
and he's helping me get through this.
I
No.
love it.
Well, if we're still gonna go to see Tron,
Yeah, I'll get back to you.
no, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. All right. That's not fair.
I got a lot to do this weekend. I got to chop some trees down. Got to take care of those trees. Because you know what's funny? I was thinking about this the other day when I was talking to my buddy about how to approach taking down these trees. I kind of hit me like why you really pay people to do this stuff. It might not be the technical thing, because that's what excites me is the technical. Like, how do you really take this tree down? Let's figure it out. It's getting rid of the crap. You know,
Yes.
that's where I'm like, oh, I get it. I get it now. It's like, because, you know, I have the tools to take this down, and I have the tools to take it apart.
And so
But how do I get rid of it?
Okay.
And
so how do you cut it to make sure it falls a certain way?
well, it just depends on what kind of tree it is and what area of danger you can put people in.
No, I'm saying like there's angles that you have to cut on one side and you have to cut on
There's
the other side.
strategies,
And
and you can use wedges. Again, it depends on the tree. Because I've cut trees with friends where we actually put secure ropes all around it, where we attach it to other trees to
Right.
prevent it and tighten it, especially tighten the cut.
That's what I've seen. Yeah.
But I mean, again, it's like you're gonna have these 3 huge trees just hanging out in your backyard. Because like at my brother's place, what we did is we just dragged them all and stacked them all, and we just set them on fire, and it was a lot of fun. But you can't do that at the house I'm at right now.
Did you saw them up or did
No,
you just,
we
just
just
the
lit
whole
we just
tree?
lit the whole tree because they're all around the same length. That was so much fun.
Did you put like gasoline on them?
We did kerosene. And
I
then
mean,
we,
kerosene.
We cut little holes and
Yeah.
So
they go inside and
yeah.
start. Oh,
it
that'd
was,
be
it
fun.
was a lot of fun because it took like the whole weekend. We were just having a fire. And so
Yeah.
it was just,
Was that in the house y'all have now, or was
no,
it?
this was over where my brother lives. Where
He's on land.
yeah.
Okay.
So we had land to burn it, and that was fun.
I
but
miss land so much because
that was your choice, though.
these no, it wasn't. But these backyards they're all real bougie, and
Yeah,
they
it's
got
manicured. It's weird.
and they have a bunch of rocks in
Yeah.
it, and so and plus you can't take stuff and throw it out in the yards and let the vultures come get it. So I hate that. I do have a
Well, certain people like that.
they like to
Not have the vultures.
not
Yeah.
the vultures. But we'll have a garbage disposal for the first time in I mean
probably
20
misusing
years.
that too.
And I hope I'm so afraid I'm gonna put something down and it's gonna throw it up and we're gonna have to get a new.
Yeah, I've cleaned out several of those and replaced those.
Oh man.
People throw down everything. They think they can just empty their whole plate in there. I'm like, what? Because I always laugh. I think we had this conversation where I always laugh at the commercials for dishwashers. They're like, hey, you could put a whole cake in there. You know, it's like they had the cake and they put it in the dishwasher and they're like, it will get rid of the cake.
And they thought it would get.
Well, I mean, like that was in the advertising, and I'm sitting there going, like, that is the funniest thing because somebody is going to do that. And
Somebody's going to try and see.
like I was with a friend one time, and they were in this apartment, and they were having a hard time getting their landlord to fix the dishwasher. So I was like, all right, yeah, I've got time in the morning. I'll come over and check it out. And it was just caked in everything.
In the dishwasher?
Yeah, like basically the drain.
Yeah.
It was just, it had everything imaginable down it, like plastic, you know, food, and things that like take, you know, months to decompose. And I'm like, what are we doing here, guys? Like,
You know, that's what's the only thing bad about the garbage disposal is that you have to remember that you put garbage in there and you've got to turn the, flip the switch so it'll eat it up.
you're not really supposed to put garbage in there.
What?
You're not supposed to put things in there.
What do you mean?
Like, it's not meant to put your banana peel in there. You still want to throw away the banana peel.
But the banana peel draws flies and gnats.
I know,
and
but
stuff.
it's not meant to just just tear up everything. You're not supposed to put all your food in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well, but as long as I turn that switch and
Yeah, you're not supposed to put, like, you're not, you're still supposed to put stuff in the trash.
the trash is full.
I
You know what our neighborhood did? They've gone to one day. You have to have the recycle
yeah.
and the trash together,
Yeah.
and they're going to come pick both of them up. But only one day. So we used to have one day was the recycle, one day was the trash, and then 2 days later you did trash again before the weekend. And now they've stopped.
Well, most
that.
people don't know this. You can pay extra money for like another trash can. I mean, if you're
You can't.
if you're,
I mean, you can.
yeah,
You're sure.
yeah, you just pay extra.
But then the garbage men have to pick up more.
Yeah, it's right next to each other. I mean, are you really accumulating that much trash in 2 days that you need to have another trash can?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you can get another trash can, but it probably costs you like 50% of your bill. So if your bill is like $100 for trash, it'll probably cost you $150 for an extra can. They get you on that. But again, if that's what you need to do.
Well, we had when I was in Willis, we had trash twice a week, and you had to walk like 500 feet to put the trash out.
Well, that's also probably because everyone out there lived on property, and so they just had a lot of trash. Like if you live on property, you have a lot of trash.
Yeah.
Meaning like wood, like you're cleaning up things and that kind of stuff.
Well, we finally though,
I don't mean
a tree was hit with lightning, and so the tree fell over. So we dug after the tree was pulled out. It was like a great fire pit, and so we just
throw trash in there.
That's we threw trash in there.
Some people live some great lives. I love it. One of my buddies has a pit, and but it's like we basically put wood in there, and it's just like why have this? Like, why don't we just burn it? If you're already having a pit on your property, let's just burn it. Like, I'm all about that's like a life goal of mine. It's like if I live anywhere, I want to be able to burn stuff because it's so much easier. That's what I'm doing now. But since we're in a burn ban, you got to have a controlled fire, so you can't. I had to put it in a certain pit, and it takes forever.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but what's great is,
but it's still fun. It's still fun to set a fire and just. That's what I've been. That's what I've been doing for like the last 3 weeks because I've been cleaning everything, and so I just have this whole pile, and I just add a log. 45 minutes later, add a log.
But see, like the HOA deal where you have to, anytime you're going to do anything, you got to make sure that you've gotten blessings from them. And
that's why you had to have a control. Well, that's what certain areas, like where my brother lives, you can just set a whole tree on fire.
You can exactly just go there.
And we were doing that. We did that a couple weeks ago. I was helping him with moving. He's clearing out a hay field, and a lot of the trees were overgrown on the fence, so we're cutting that stuff. and we just set a fire. And I'm like, this is going to get pretty big for like an hour, right? And he's like, I'll be fine. So fire marshal comes, we'll be fine.
Well, that's when the kids would come out there and they'd bring all their friends and they wanted to do a fire. And so there's so many trees that that's what you have to watch out for, is the sparks and go and catch the trees on fire. So they go out there and just, it was like it was burned. They'd burned so much of the grass and the ground and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they had so much fun in doing that.
Well, I want to remind folks that you do have a show tomorrow. You had the VFW 4703, I believe, coming in. We'll post some more information about who the guest is.
Yeah.
Talk about their cool fundraiser they're doing for Veterans Day, and then we have Cynthia coming in.
And they're gonna have food too.
No,
there's gonna have food. Maybe they'll bring some for us to test.
See, I'm worried now. If people don't know, Cindy's been asking every guest I get if they're bringing in food, and the guest might have nothing to do with food. And so now I'm thinking she doesn't feed herself outside the studio. So now I'm kind of concerned.
That's why I'm so emaciated, And so.
But we got to get going.
Okay. Anyway, so first responders, thank you. And we're sorry that there's been so many protesters against you, because you're wonderful. You're wonderful. We love you, and we thank you for all that you've done. All the first responders, first responders, response.
Bye.
Why can't I?
Every week, people ask the same two questions. Are they ready to retire? Will their savings last for their lifetimes? Hi, this is Chris Wootton with Wootton Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. We help answer these two questions and many more that people have about their uncertain financial future. We have a simple introductory client experience that allows us to get to know the client and includes a few meetings for the client to kick the tires at no charge. We provide a concise, one-page summary that helps the client get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for them. To learn more about Wootton Financial Group's process of helping their clients to a clearer financial future and to see their contact information, visit Cindy Cochran Show page on irlonestar.com/TCCS. Wootton Financial Group is a proud sponsor of the Cindy Cochran Show. Wootton Financial Group is available by phone at 936-449-5952 or visit them on the web at www.woottonfinancial.com. That's www.woottonfinancial.com.
This program is sponsored by the Wootton Financial Group. It is not the intent of Wootton Financial Group to render or offer personalized investment advice or financial planning advice through this radio program or any related website. Wootton Financial Group's participation in this program is limited to providing general information on financial matters and should not be construed as financial recommendation or investment advice. Investment advisory services are offered through Game Plan Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission and the state of Texas. Insurance services are offered through Wootton Financial Group, Inc. Game Plan Advisors and Wootton Financial Group, Inc. are affiliated through common ownership, and neither firm is affiliated with The Cindy Cochran Show. No listener should assume that any information presented and or made available on this program serves as the receipt of or a substitute for personalized individual advice from Game Plan Advisors, Wootton Financial Group, or any of their representatives.
Want to check out the fastest growing sport in the world? It's right here in Conroe, Texas, and it's roller derby. Conroe Roller Derby is a non-profit recreational league of women and men who want you to come and check out the fast-paced, hard-hitting game of roller derby. The Conroe Cutthroats practice at Rainbow Roller Rink on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays.